Tigris and Euphrates. Satellite monitoring of landscape and dam development. The location of the Tigris and Euphrates rivers on Earth. Exploring river systems and their tributaries across nations. Journey of the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. From source to destination. Topics covered in this presentation. The global position of the two rivers. The origins of the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. The topographic map of the area. Using over 100 satellite images for region analysis. The length and countries the two rivers run through. Exploring the changing distances of the Tigris and Euphrates rivers on their journey to the Arabian Gulf. Exploring the origin of the Tigris and Euphrates rivers in eastern Anatolia, a visual journey with a clip and images. This presentation series will explore two rivers through images of the regions they flow through, the landscapes they traverse, and the notable dams constructed along their paths. In 2021, I released a comprehensive analysis of these two rivers and the Shatt al-Arab on the iBook platform, offering insights from different angles. Studying these reports will provide valuable perspectives on the rivers, enhanced by detailed visuals that allow for a virtual journey through the area. The global position of the two rivers. This study centers on the Tigris, Euphrates, and Shatt al-Arab rivers. In this part, we explore the geographical position of the study area in relation to the 7 continents: Asia, Africa, Europe, North America, South America, Australia, and Antarctica. The study area is situated at a pivotal location for global connections, cultural exchange, and biodiversity due to its central position that facilitates interactions between continents across the globe. The source of the Tigris and Euphrates rivers as they flow towards the Arabian Gulf. On this slide, we observe the source of the Tigris and Euphrates rivers as they flow towards the Arabian Gulf. It showcases the countries they traverse and their accompanying tributaries. In this image, we observe the beginning of the Euphrates River in Turkey, illustrating the convergence of its two main branches that unite to create the Euphrates River. As it progresses southeastward, the Euphrates River, flowing through Syria, is joined by two tributaries. The Euphrates River can be seen flowing into Iraq and eventually merging with the Tigris River in the southern part of the country. The Tigris River flowing southeast in Turkey, merging with some of its tributaries within the country before continuing into Syria. The Tigris River flows into Syria for a few miles before entering Iraq. The Tigris River flows through Iraq, receiving tributaries from the eastern Iraqi and western Iranian mountains. Southward, it merges with the Euphrates River in southern Iraq, forming the Shatt al-Arab. The Shatt al-Arab flows into the Arabian Gulf. Both the Karka River and the Karen River start in the western part of Iran and flow into the Shatt al-Arab River. The topographic map of the area. In the southeastern part of Turkey, two major rivers originate in the high mountains before flowing towards the Arabian Gulf. As they journey southeastward, the landscape transitions from mountainous terrain to vast flat regions that eventually meet the sea. This transformation is evident on maps that illustrate the winding paths of these rivers as they traverse Iraq and converge in Al-Qarna in southern Iraq before emptying into the Arabian Gulf. As I mentioned earlier, the Euphrates River travels through mountainous land in Turkey and then passes through a large desert area shared by Iraq and Syria as it flows southeastward. Along its journey, The river forms a beautiful green path that stands out in the midst of the desert. On the other hand, the Tigris River flows southward through Iraq, cutting through mountains before reaching the flat land near Baghdad. Notably, various rivers feed into the Tigris in Iraq, originating from the mountainous areas in eastern Iraq and western Iran. When the Tigris and Euphrates rivers meet, they form the Shatt al-Arab waterway. This waterway acts as a channel for the combined waters as they make their way towards the Arabian Gulf, marking the end of their impressive journey. Over 100 satellite images were used to analyze the region. The video clip shows how satellite images are used to analyze a specific region. Each square on the map represents an image captured by the satellite, providing insights into changes over time. These images reveal details on dam construction, vegetation changes, and support ongoing research. They help researchers understand the region from above and on the ground, showing visible landscape transformations and changes observed during satellite passes. Satellite imagery offers factual evidence for understanding ground conditions and tracking accurate regional development. The length and countries the two rivers run through. The Euphrates River flows approximately 764 miles through Turkey. The Euphrates River flows roughly 441 miles through Syria. The Euphrates River stretches approximately 658 miles through Iraq. The Tigris River flows approximately 248 miles through Turkey. The Tigris River flows approximately 20 miles through Syria. The Tigris River flows approximately 880 miles through Iraq. The Shatt al-Arab stretches about 125 miles in the southern region of Iraq. Exploring the changing distances of the Tigris and Euphrates rivers on their journey to the Arabian Gulf. The distance between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers changes as they flow from southeast Turkey to their end in the Arabian Gulf. They start less than 50 miles apart. As they flow further, they get closer to each other at Baghdad, Iraq. The final important point is in southern Iraq at Al-Qurna, where the two rivers combine to create the Shatt al-Arab. In this presentation, we will be showing a video clip that is created using a combination of satellite images and topographic maps of a specific area where the Tigris and Euphrates rivers are situated less than 50 miles apart. We will also discuss two other areas in future presentations. Eastern Anatolia is where the Tigris and Euphrates rivers originate. The image below shows how the Tigris River starts about 50 miles from the Euphrates, with both rivers emerging from neighboring sources. Here is a satellite image of Eastern Anatolia, where the Tigris and Euphrates rivers originate, combined with the topographic features of the area to show the terrain of the region. The Tigris River originates from Lake Hazar in the Taurus Mountains, situated in the eastern part of Turkey. The lake is estimated to be around 14 miles long and has a maximum width of about 3.7 miles. It is located approximately 16 miles to the southeast of the city of Elazig and around 50 miles from the origin of the Euphrates River. The source of the Euphrates River originates between the Black Sea and Lake Van in the eastern Turkish highlands, and is formed by two main tributaries, the Murat and Karasu rivers. The Murat River is indeed the second largest tributary of the Euphrates River. The river is an important water source for both irrigation and hydroelectric power generation in the region. The Euphrates River starts in the east of Turkey, where two rivers, the Karasu and Murat, come together near Elazığ. It is an important river in Western Asia, flowing south in Turkey, then southeast through Syria and Iraq before reaching the Arabian Gulf. This image portrays a significant location in Turkey, where the Tigris River originates, and the Murat and Karasu rivers converge to give rise to the Euphrates River in eastern Turkey. Here, the landscape showcases mesmerizing natural beauty and waterways, alongside dams that serve for energy generation and irrigation purposes. The presence of these dams has profoundly impacted the local ecosystems. The topographic map and satellite image showcase the rugged mountains that play a vital role in dictating river flow and shaping the surrounding environment. The convergence of these rivers not only signifies but also emphasizes the essential role of water resources in sustaining life in this arid region, particularly in the context of agriculture. In the upcoming presentations about the dams constructed on the two rivers, we intend to enhance the content by incorporating satellite images from Landsat and a topographic map of the area where those dams are located. Our objective is to provide a detailed and immersive representation of the dams and the surrounding landscape. Here are some upcoming studies that will take a closer look at the unique features of the two rivers and their tributaries in a novel manner. Exploring 7 dams along the Tigris River in Turkey, seeing how the satellites see the changing in the area. The Tigris River in Syria. The Mosul Dam is formed by the Tigris River as it flows into Iraq. Six dams built on Murat River. Dam built on Karasu River. Exploring the impact, satellite study of 3 dams. A comprehensive satellite study of one of Turkey's essential dams. The final 2 dams on the Euphrates River in Turkey, just before it enters Syria. Three dams on the river Euphrates in Syria. Exploring the Euphrates River journey, entering Iraq from Syria, reaching the Haditha Dam, and forming the Qadisiyah Lake. The convergence of the Tigris and Euphrates rivers at Sidi al-Qurna, forming the Shatt al-Arab. Exploring Iraq's rich history, the fascinating ancient Mesopotamian civilization. Discovering the length of the world's longest rivers, unveiling the extent of the Nile versus the Mississippi-Missouri River system. Exploring the Colorado River, impact of drought on Lake Mead and Hoover Dam. Investigating the Nile River, tracing from its origin to its delta and the system of dams. Sawa Lake in Iraq, an ancient oasis in the desert now facing drying up. Observing the marvels of the Columbia Basin, with the Columbia River winding its way alongside its tributaries. Discovering the origins and destinations of 50 major rivers in the USA. This study used free Landsat imagery for a basic area overview. For detailed analysis of dam-related changes and area growth, particularly near the river sources and tributaries, higher resolution, commercially available satellite imagery is recommended.